Arce.
Yo 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious still on maternity leave. What up, Lauren LaRosa?
Good morning.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Tuesday. Good morning. How y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored, man. Happy to be here. Another day to serve our beautiful listeners. Well, we got a big show for you this morning. Yeah.
That's right. We got a couple people checking in. 50 Cent, he'll be stopping through.
A couple of my favorite people, if I'm being quite honest with you.
It's always a big show. This is the Breakfast Club. What you mean?
Talk that talk, Lauren.
We made something.
Definitely not Reggie.
The average is good. Over the past 15 years, the average is great, though.
I'm glad you transitioned from Reggie. Let that Reggie go.
Mid. But yes, 50 Cent will be here.
That's right. Of course, he has his Las Vegas residency, which should be happening in December through January. So he'll be here to talk about that and a host of other things.
That's right. And the Madam Vice President, now candidate for President of the United States, Kamala Harris, she'll be calling in this morning.
That's right.
Okay? She'll be calling in. And there was a bit of confusion yesterday.
What was the confusion?
People thought she was like, she pulled up. She could pull up.
Because we posted in the building.
Oh,
just that's just slang sometime.
Yeah.
But she'll be checking in. She'll be calling in this morning.
That's right. Yeah, it was I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. It was a rough day for New York sports yesterday. Jesus Christ. Yankees lost. Giants lost. Knicks lost. It's bad.
I could care less.
I know you can.
I'm from South Carolina.
No. I'm just
like the Knicks though.
Huh?
I do like the Knicks.
Yeah, they lost last night. They were winning the whole game too, and actually lost.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but anyway.
When did the World Series become a versus too? I saw that little online.
Ice Cube
versus Fat Joe.
Yeah. Oh, they cutting up still.
But
we gonna talk about it today.
I didn't know Fat Joe was performing. I don't know why I thought Jadakiss was performing for some reason. I guess because I saw that maybe after Cube performed, everybody started talking about who should come out for New York. And so people were talking about Jadakiss coming out to do at the World Series. So I don't know why my mind was there. But then Fat Joe came.
Yeah, I feel like everything in New York is always like a versus. Everything is competitive here.
Well, it started with, of course, Ice Cube. He came out. He opened up for the Dodgers and threw a couple of shots at the Yankees. So you knew the Yankees were going to come back with somebody. And, Fat Joe is really like the New York sports mascot when it comes to anything sports. So you know Joey Crack was going to be there.
Fat Joe could run for mayor in New York one day.
I think so. I just don't think they had Joe's mic and stuff ready.
Bro,
right.
It
was
I
horrible.
thought maybe they don't do like an in-air situation in the stadium.
Well, it looked like he had an in-air situation. It just didn't sound right. It seems like it just didn't. It wasn't checking.
The moral of the story is, when's the parade in Los Angeles?
Watch your mouth.
When's the parade? What you mean, not yet?
Not yet.
When's the parade in Los Angeles?
Game 4 is tonight. One game at a time. One game at a time.
Oh, please.
So explain to if they win tonight, what happened? Why you say
it's the best out of 7.
Yeah. So
right now the Dodgers won 3.
So they still got a chance.
That's right.
So why you counting them out, Charla?
Because he's a hater.
When is the parade in Los Angeles?
Don't nobody count the Cowboy people out. The Cowboys people, y'all be online believing.
Everybody counted them out but him.
When is the parade in Los Angeles?
MLK, I have a dream, and people let y'all rock. So don't destroy Envy's
One
dream.
game at a time. One game at a time.
When's the parade?
We'll win tonight. One game at a time. Let's get the show cracking. We got front page news of Morgan Wood. We'll be back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. All right. Morning, everybody. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess Hilarious. Let's get in some front page news.
For Kendrick Lamar, not like us. Man, when the Dodgers win the World Series, they're going to be playing that song so much. If they're not already playing it so much already.
Envy, what might the Dodgers...
Tonight is game 4. We have to play one game at a time, take one game at a time. Yes, the Dodgers did win last night 4-2, but we have game 4 tonight.
Envy, how many teams have come back from 3-0 in the World Series ever?
None.
Okay.
One? You said one? Who?
No, it wasn't.
They said none.
None.
The World Series
3-0 in the World Series. 0.
None. I looked it up. They said 0.
One butthole.
The Yankees could change that. Okay. All right. What up, Morgan?
I'm not sure. Good morning, y'all. Hey, MV, Charlamagne, Lauren. Good morning to y'all. Okay, so the countdown for Election Day, Tuesday, November 5th. 7 days away. On top of the front page news is you making sure you exercise your right to vote. With that said, President Biden, he officially casted his ballot in this year's presidential election yesterday. He traveled to his hometown of Wilmington, Delaware.
Who did he vote for?
He doesn't know.
I don't trust him. Who did he vote for?
He doesn't know. What hat was he wearing?
Was he wearing his MAGA hat when he voted? Who did he vote for?
Here we go.
He was outside of my hood, though.
Okay. Shout out Delaware. Shout out Wilmington.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So he did that yesterday morning before getting back on the campaign trail for Vice President Harris. Which, wink, wink, maybe that's who he voted for. If not for himself, that. Anyways, let me not get too much into that. Okay. So after voting, he spoke to reporters about calling for a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war, and he also shared his thoughts on former President Donald Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden. Let's hear those comments from Biden after voting.
Just simply embarrassing. It's beneath any president, but that's what we're getting used to. That's why this election is so important. Most of the presidential scholars I've spoken to talk about the single most consequential thing about a president's character. And he puts that in question every time he opens his mouth.
Yeah, so his character. So Biden also said it's dangerous to think that Trump could be in touch with Russian President Vladimir Putin about what's going on overseas in the Ukraine and Russian war. He also called Elon Musk's $1 million giveaway for registered voters who sign a petition in support of free speech and the Second Amendment totally inappropriate when a reporter asked if it was election interference. The president said it was totally inappropriate. So far, 42 million people across the country have voted early. Last week, Democratic Vice Presidential nominee Tim Walz, he voted early in Minnesota alongside with his son. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Trump have yet to cast their ballots. Biden is scheduled to be back on the campaign trail today. He will speak to Baltimore and also travel to Pennsylvania. What's that, Shar?
I just want to say something. See, this is what I be having a problem with when sometimes these folks be talking about individuals. Like, what Elon Musk isn't doing, it's not just inappropriate, it's potentially illegal. Mm-hmm. So why don't they call it what it is? This is why people don't understand, the consequences of things, and this is why they don't understand, what the true threats are and what the real problems and why when people are doing wrong, because they don't call it wrong. It's not inappropriate. It's potentially illegal. The Justice Department already warned Elon Musk that, what he is doing is potentially illegal.
Yes, by violating the Logan Act is what you're speaking of, or in reference to the Logan Act, which says that, basically you cannot interfere with elections or, bribe people or use your influence to sway elections in any kind of way. Speaking of
but
which...
what is potentially?
Let me take that back. It's not potential. The Justice Department warned Elon Musk's America PAC that his $1 million sweepstakes to registered voters in 20 states may violate federal law. That's it. Yeah. So why are they saying things like inappropriate? Call it what it is.
All right. Well, speaking of inappropriate, we definitely should call this what this is. Speaking of elections, you guys know what's happening out in Oregon and Washington State. Yes? No?
Yes.
Okay, so authorities say the fires, there were fires set at ballot boxes in Oregon and Washington State. They are linked. The fires at 2 ballot boxes in Portland area yesterday have been linked through the discovery of incendiary devices to a fire at a Vancouver, Washington ballot box earlier this month. Now, Portland police have identified a suspect caught on video saying it appears to be a black or dark colored 2001 to 2004 Volvo S60 that is missing a front plate. And anyone with information, of course, should reach out to authorities in regards to that. Local law enforcement and FBI are investigating those fires, damaged ballot boxes in Portland and Vancouver. Mike Brenner with the Portland police says they have a lead on a vehicle of interest. And we'll also hear from Multnomah County Elections Director Tim Scott, who talks about how the fires were extinguished and what happens next with those ballots. Let's hear from the Portland officials.
Through that collaboration and analysis of surveillance footage, we have identified a suspect vehicle connected to this.
The fire suppression devices inside the box extinguished any fire almost immediately. We were able to clearly read the voters' names on those ballots, so we will be reaching out directly to those that were impacted.
Yeah, so 3 ballot boxes were damaged, and county elections are contacting those voters. I'd be mad if I had to, I'd already cast my ballot.
My mom went to do early voting yesterday, and where she's always been voting for years, they changed the location, but they didn't send out any notice to people. So there were so many people that didn't have, they were trying to figure out ways to get to these new locations. Mm-hmm. And she was like, that's just so, a lot of people didn't have the transportation. They had people at carpool to this one location, but they didn't send out any notification early enough to let you know that it was changing, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
See? All right, y'all, pay attention out there. We'll get caught up with what's going on the campaign trail with Trump and Vice President Harris at 7. So stick around for more front page news then.
All right. Everybody
she'll be calling us this morning.
That's
too,
right.
The Vice President.
Sure will. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051 if you need to vent. Phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Ray!
Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is. We live?
Hello, who's this?
My name's Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Peace.
Good morning, Envy. Good morning, Charlotte. Good morning, Laura. I'm a massive fan.
Good morning.
Thank you, brother.
So I was calling because of yesterday about the donkey of the day.
Yes, sir.
And the comedian making those jokes.
Yep.
So my main thing is, Tony, that guy, isn't he known for being a roast comedian?
Yep. That's what he does.
So isn't it kind of disingenuous kind of toss it out as like something as like, oh, he's being racist, when you know that's like his thing?
No, I'll tell you why. The reason I gave them Donkey of the Day is because if you're running a campaign, to be a president of all of America. So why, with 7 days left, would you put somebody on stage to insult key voting groups that you know you need in these swing states?
Yeah, that was stupid. That was definitely stupid.
Okay, so you understand why I gave Donkey of the Day.
Stupid.
And I'm going to tell you something else. Didn't you call yesterday to talk about the crowd size with Trump?
No.
Oh, I thought that was you.
I don't know. Okay. My first time ever calling.
All right.
Well,
I listen to everything, though. I listen to you. I listen to Brilliant Idiots. I listen to Flagrant. I listen to Kill Tony. I'm like, I'm in there. I know what's happening.
Nah, Kill Tony does these kind of jokes. I mean, one of the jokes he said at the roast with Tom Brady, I thought was hilarious. Yeah. Not hilarious. It was kind of crazy.
Exactly, like the Confederate thing. Confederate.
No, that wasn't the one I was thinking about. I was thinking about the one where he said Kevin Hart's so small. When he picked cotton, he deadlifts or something like that. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But
that's that's wild. Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, thank you, brother. Hello, who's this?
This is Jack Baptist calling from Dayton, Ohio. What's good?
What up, Jack? Get it off your chest, brother.
DJ Envy, man. Good to hear you, bro. I'm a real big fan from back in the day on the Smack DVD. You feel me?
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, Charlamagne, man.
Peace,
I was watching the interview. Is Charlamagne listening?
Yeah, I'm listening right here. What interview?
The Lord Trump interview.
Oh, okay.
Why it looked like you was taking a dump the whole time, bro?
Why it looked like I was taking a dump?
Not the consequences.
Yeah, you had the doodle face on the whole time.
I don't know. You seen me take a dump before to know what my doodle face looked like?
I know what it looked like when you trying to squeeze a hard one out, baby. And that's what you was looking like. You feel me?
Damn. What it look like when you try to squeeze a hard one in?
Jesus.
I don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying?
See, always go too far. Thank you, Jack.
But, hey, hold on. Let me just say something real quick.
Go ahead.
About inflation. Inflation is not the cause of goods going up, but the value of the dollar going down. It's the defacing of the currency. That's something you'll never hear on the news or you'll never read on the internet because they don't want you to know what they're doing to the currency out here. That's why Lord Trump told you to say it twice, Charlamagne, when you said inflation is down, but prices is up. That's the oxymoron, baby.
Well, that's also the truth. Inflation is down.
Thank you, Jack.
It's at 2.4%.
Get it off your chest. 800.
The lowest has been in like 3 years.
585-1051. Call us up right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Everything with me is blessed.
Call up now. 800-585-1051.
Not just me. I'm what the culture feeling.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Crystal from South Florida.
Hey, good morning, Crystal. Get it off your chest.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. I want to talk to the undecided voters.
Talk to them.
Here in South Florida, it's pretty nasty down here. We're 1 week away. And one thing I want to make very clear to people is that inflation is around the world. So there are some people who think that inflation is just a Democrat thing here in the United States. In actuality, it's happening in every country. Having money allocated for separate funding is also something that's also only not in the United States. Helping immigrants when they cross the border. That's not just a United States thing, but you know one thing that is? Democracy. And you have a candidate right now who literally says, I want to be a dictator. And anybody who's from another country, especially these Cubans down here, you know what it's like to live in a country with a dictatorship. And the thing is, they don't realize what it's like to have police do something to your family. You can't do anything about it. To have no funding for your schools, no funding for college, no funding for your kids with autism and all these different things. Having no right to choose as a woman, to have a dying fetus in your body and not be able to do anything about it, to sit there and possibly die. The 2025 thing is real. It's a real thing. And what I don't understand is why is it 1 week away? And all these threats to you as a person are not important. But you thinking that you're going to get a check from this man who don't care about none of y'all is important to you. All these Latinos down here, they try to separate themselves and say, oh, well, he wasn't talking about us. We're different. No, he don't like none of us. And that's what people, I don't understand. I don't know why people think you're going to suddenly be rich. If anything, you're going to have less rights if this man crosses over. Yeah. I don't think they remember what it was like.
You're not wrong when you're right.
Crystal.
You're not wrong when you're right, Crystal.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You have a great morning.
Have a great morning.
Thank you.
You too.
Hello, who's this?
This is Will. How are you?
What's up, Will? Get it off your chest, brother.
Yeah, I'm from South Carolina, and I want to say I was speaking to some young bucks this week for the age of 22 to 40, and I asked them were they going to support Kamala, and they said no. And I said, why not? They said because she's locked up thousands and thousands of young black men. So I said, my young brother, where did you get this information? And he said, off the internet. So I said to him, the same energy you take to look up NBA player stats, football player stats, why can't you go to the internet, do your own research, do your due diligence before you just get fed, forced, misinformed information? Don't be misinformed, be informed. But I'm going to say this. If someone tell you and show you who they are and you still don't believe them, then I don't know what you're looking at, because the same standard that they would hold Kamala to, if she would have Kevin Hart get on stage and said equivalent of some of the things that the comedian said this week, Donald Trump had, it would spread her. So we got to speak and keep the same energy at the poor that we young black men do when we research these facts on athletes. Don't be misinformed, man. It's too serious of election for the BS.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they've done the best job of, correcting that. But, if you go back and you watch the town hall that me and the vice president did, that was the first question I brought up, because that's always the first piece of misinformation I hear about her.
Mm-hmm. It's just crazy that she keeps talking about it, and it's still, like...
Yeah, it keeps going.
Even when she was up here, we talked about it a long time ago.
Well, for the record, over her 7 years as top prosecutor, her attorneys won 1,956 misdemeanor and felony convictions for marijuana possession, cultivation, or sale. But conviction rates aside, only 45 people were sentenced to state prison for marijuana convictions during Kamala Harris's 7 years in office.
Get it off your chest.
That's just the facts.
800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up now. We got Jess With The Mess with Lauren LaRosa coming up.
We do. And Giselle Bunchkin, Tom Brady's ex-wife, is pregnant. And yes, it is by Joaquin Valente. So we are going to...
Who the hell is Joaquin Valente?
That is the... Remember,
that's the trainer?
Yeah, remember she was the kids. It was like the karate trainer, teacher that she was spending the time with.
Them
it wasn't her
trainers.
Then it became her boyfriend. Now that they've been together for a little second, now she's pregnant. And look, we're going to get into it because it's a whole thing.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Damn trainers.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. And let's get to Jess With The Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
News is real, whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies,
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's a coach of shit.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
Okay, y'all. So let's get on into the mess. So Gisele Bündchen, former Victoria's Secret supermodel, ex-wife now of Tom Brady, who she shares 2 kids with. One kid, I believe, is like 11. The other kid is 14. Yes, one kid is 11. One kid is 14.
Mm-hmm.
Was with them for some time, and you guys remember their divorce was like a whole thing.
Right.
People were like, "What the heck is going on?" They were blaming the way Tom Brady was playing on her in the divorce. It was a lot happening. After that divorce happened, Sis popped out in Costa Rica with a guy named Joaquin Valente.
The trainer.
The kids' jiu-jitsu trainer. Now, here's the thing. When they first popped out together, she downplayed it. Like, no, he's just my kid's trainer. He's only traveling with us because my kids are with us. We're just friends. It's nothing. And then it was confirmed that they started dating. So they began dating in June of 2023. Now, yesterday, People magazine, broke the news that Gisele is expecting a baby with Joaquin. Now, this is insane. Like, this is like such a big turn of events because it's like they literally were just friends. Then it was like, oh, well, we're friends, but we fell in love and now we're dating. And they literally have released statements saying we're taking it slow. She's secure and happy, but she's busy with life. She doesn't have time to dwell on any of the negatives, and they're just taking it slow. And now they're expecting a whole kid.
Well, congratulations to them.
Yes, it's just y'all are not like this. Y'all weren't invested in this when it happened. I could tell.
I don't care now.
Not really.
But I'll tell you one thing.
Why don't you care?
They've been smashing.
Yeah, she's 5 to 6 months pregnant. She's somewhere between.
They were smashing before that. They said they started dating June 2023.
Yeah,
and the condom already off. He already going raw. They've been smashing for some years.
Divorced. So the
damn
divorce,
trainers, boy.
The trainers be
That's
getting
Cassie
it in,
too.
literally.
Cassie
Baby
started going with the trainer. She started going with the trainer.
You
trainers, boy. You trainers are like Usher.
She divorced Tom Brady, or her and Tom Brady got divorced in October of 2022, and then in June 2023 is when they began dating. But they were first spotted together a little bit time before that for the Costa Rica trip. So yeah, it's been going down, literally. So
how old is she?
Gisele is 44 and the trainer, Joaquin, is 37. Now they don't know what the
young trainer too.
Hello?
Yeah, he been smashing since he was 33, 34.
Young trainer.
I ain't mad at this, baby. Get out there, do your thing, okay? Now, they don't know the sex of the baby. They're waiting until they have the baby to find out whether it's going to be a boy or a girl. So,
okay.
And there were reports because Tom Brady had posted this weird random thing. Like, it was very cryptic, making it kind of seem like when the news was released that he was feeling away. But there was other reports that were put out that had nothing to do with it. She did let Tom Brady and, of course, her children know that she was expecting a baby way before the news broke. So there's no drama from what, is being reported right now.
The women better stop letting them young boys smash raw. Okay? That's all they know. And I'm going to tell you something else about them young boys.
But he's 37 and accomplished. He's grown.
Let me tell you something else about them young boys. They out here smashing each other raw, too. So you keep it up. Right.
Yo.
Keep it on up.
Jesus.
You all in the business. Let them people.
No, it's just a bigger message for all the older women out there that think that the grass is greener on the younger side of the meat.
It's not greener. The grass is. It might be green. It could be any color. It's a rainbow. All right. So Fat Joe in the World Series yesterday. So yesterday, Fat Joe performed here in New York, and people I don't know why they turned this into a battle. So Ice Cube had performed
because it's LA
for the Dodgers
versus New York.
Yeah, LA, New York.
Be that.
I get it, but when Ice Cube performed for the Dodgers, he threw a little shot, so then that kind of sparked it. Let's take a listen to
a couple of shots.
Let's take a listen to Ice Cube.
Before any of you Yankees get hard, homie, rewind my part, sing it. Bow down. When you come to our town, bow down. When you Westwood bound, bow down. Cause we ain't no haters like you. Bow down to a team that's greater than you. When you come to our town, y'all. When you Westwood bound, y'all.
LA just won this year. Every so often there's a city that, undisputably wins hip hop. LA got that in 2024. It's not even close.
Well, let's take a listen to Fat Joe at the Yankees game yesterday.
You know Stan needs truth, homie. Got the whole league shook, saying, nah, Joe, go and let him loose on me. True story of bringing the team back. Even the Dodgers forced to lean back. Dre said, grind, cook. Now we killing them hard. People saying I must have found punch rhyme book. Pinstripes on top of the Phantom. And the pinky got flame like a ring around Saturn. Big Joe crack, ladies sing for that. You already know the X is where the 10 be at.
I don't like the way social media was trying to do Fat Joe. They like, okay, the Dodgers had Ice Cube and we got Fat Joe. Like, what do you mean?
Fat Joe is the mascot of New York sports. He was the perfect person to do that. His sound was effed up, but he's the Bronx
sound was
Bomber.
completely
Fat
off.
Joe was the perfect person to do that.
The sound was completely off. Now,
absolutely.
People were throwing this out there, like how you mentioned earlier, like how they used to do a versus, like who should have been the match for Ice Cube, and people did want to see Jadakiss out there. People did want to see Jadakiss out there, and I get it. The versus was big, you know. I get all that.
I love Jada, but Fat Joe was the one.
Y'all can't
His sound
play
was
with
just
Fat
messed
Joe.
up. Fat Joe was the guy. He was the guy.
Yeah, I don't know if the Dodgers going to sweep the Yankees. They're going to win the series, but I don't know if they're going to sweep.
They're not.
But the sound man definitely swept Fat Joe. I tell you that. And I know Rich screamed on somebody last night.
I'm sure he's still screaming.
Terror Squad of gentlemen, but somebody got a stern talking to last night.
I'm sure.
Because it's not that Fat Joe isn't a great matchup for Ice Cube. It's just that the sound was messed up. We know Fat Joe got the hits.
Right.
And, you know, when you're telling people to lean back and you're down 2-0, now 3-0, it just don't hit the same. Just don't hit the same.
Don't
It
lean
just
back,
don't.
sit up and pay attention.
That's right. It just
both
don't
hands
hit.
on the steering wheel.
That's all. It just don't hit the same. You're down 2-0, Joe. Now you're down 3-0. It
That's
just didn't
all right.
hit the same. That's it.
We
When
back
Cube
tonight.
is out there
Envy.
saying bow down,
Yo.
and they win in the series,
They was up one.
it's
Charlotte,
different.
look at Envy leaning back over
Nah,
here.
they
Sit up.
They got I'm not
Envy,
sitting up.
sit
We
up.
back tonight.
Yeah, I understand.
We back tonight. We winning
one
tonight.
Thing about,
we winning tomorrow.
One thing about people in New York that I've learned since I've been here, y'all play everything cool. I think you should sit up on this one.
we
Sit
good.
up, pull your seat
good.
up
We're
to
not
the
worried.
desk.
We're not concerned.
Who pitching for the Dodgers tonight? That robot they got? That
robot they got.
Freaking. That he's not real, by the way. I'm telling y'all. What's his name?
His shoulder messed up. Right?
Look at you. I know that's right.
Nah,
Sit
he's
up.
not pitching.
What's his name?
Atani.
Yeah, he's real. He's not a real.
No, he's not
real.
a
I don't
person.
think he's real.
Oh, he's not pitching.
We
tonight?
need to check him.
Okay.
We need to check him. Right? Yeah, let's check him. Make sure he unplug his battery or something because he gets busy. He's too good.
I'm glad he's good.
All right. Why?
Something to look, because I mean, it's just something positive to look forward to all the time.
They said the amount of people watching the World Series now is astronomical because I think they said like 15.9 people in Japan is watching it, right?
Jesus Christ.
It's crazy.
So all them bum ass people see that commercial with us in there. That out of context commercial that Trump
my
keep running.
goodness. I got family members calling me like,
Oh,
what is
my
this? It's
God.
disgusting. All right.
Kamala's calling
You
next
wanna-
hour. The
you
vice
want-
president's calling next hour. By
She
the way.
sure is.
You want to say the score again?
No, I don't want to say
Envy?
no score. No.
No.
When we come back, we got front page news.
Okay.
I'll do it in front page news. And then 50 Cent will be joining us. And like Charlamagne said, Kamala will be checking in. So don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into the Breakfast Club.
Good morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Laura LaRosa filling in for Jess. And let's get in some front page news. Last night was a horrible night for New York sports. The Yankees lost to the Dodgers 4-2. Game 4 is tonight. It's do or die tonight.
I do want the Yankees to win. Well, if the Yankees win tonight, to go back to LA?
You go back to LA. No, fifth game in New York.
Fifth game in New York.
Yeah. So we had the fourth game, fifth game in New York, and then sixth game is back.
Well, go ahead and close it out tonight, LA. Cause see, I like to see teams when they win the World Series or the Super Bowl or the NBA championship in their actual hometown. Mm-hmm. And, you know, LA's been having such a great year because of Kendrick, you know. So that would be dope, but nah, it ain't gonna go. They're not gonna win 2 more games.
All right. My Knicks lost last night and the Giants lost to the Steelers 18-26.
Congratulations.
All right? Your team lost too. What up, Morgan?
I'm congratulating the Steelers. What I got to do with the Giants?
Boo, tomato. Good morning, y'all.
No.
Good morning, Envy, Charlamagne,
Get
Lauren.
out your feelings. No.
All right, y'all. So, yes, the countdown is on. Election Day, Tuesday, November 5th. 7 days away, officially a week away. And on top of the front page news, it's making sure you exercise your right to vote. Vice President Kamala Harris and running mate Tim Walz, they held a rally in Michigan last night where she made her final push for votes in this upcoming election. Let's hear those comments from VP Harris in Michigan.
We can keep going all night. But one of the reasons we will win is because we are all in this together. We are all in this together. People from every walk of life, understanding that the vast majority of us have so much more in common than what separates us. And we here are fighting for the future. We are fighting for the future. And we understand the opportunity that we have before us to turn the page on the fear and divisiveness that have characterized our politics for a decade because of Donald Trump.
Yeah, so any thoughts on that?
She'll be calling in at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, she'll be calling in at
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. She'll be calling in at 8 a.m.
I do have a question. So tonight or today is her last rally, right? It's her last rally and she's doing it on a ellipse. Why?
Yeah.
Why is today the last one?
Is she doing it on her lips?
No, ellipse. Ellipse is the basically south of the South Lawn at the White House. So I will actually, or I'm actually supposed to be attending that rally. I'm not sure why
Tonight's not like a rally. Tonight is like her closing speech. She'll still be on the trail over the next few days.
Okay.
Yeah. Tonight is just like her closing speech.
Why are they calling it the closing
America.
speech then if she's still going to be out and about?
Because it's probably her last major speech before the election. That's why.
They're saying this is going to draw quite the crowd tonight. Projected something like 20K should be there. And there's also speculation around the symbolism that the location is the same of that where Donald Trump spoke on January 6th when he was saying, stand back and stand by and all of that.
Yep.
So yeah, she will be addressing a crowd from that same location. Meanwhile, former President Trump, he held 2 events in the battleground state of Georgia yesterday where he called the state great and beautiful and full of patriots. So he does know how to be nice to people, right? He asked voters a question in his final push for the White House. Let's hear those comments from Trump's rally in Georgia.
So I'd like to begin by asking a very simple question. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? I don't think so. I'm here today with a message of hope for all Americans with your vote in this election. Can you imagine 7 days? We will end inflation. We will stop the invasion of criminals coming into our country, and we will bring back the American dream. We're going to bring it back. We're going to bring it back. We're going to bring it back so big and so beautiful. Our country will be bigger. Our country will be better and bolder and richer and safer and stronger than ever before.
That's a lie, though. I was going
to say, it sounds so nice, right? It sounds like so nice.
But when he says, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? 4 years ago, we was in COVID, okay? It was a pandemic. Depending on where you at, we were all in the house. And we were in the house because of the mishandling of the COVID-19 pandemic because of Donald Trump.
You know what's crazy? COVID was such a time. It don't feel like 4 years ago. It felt like it's literally, but it feels like it just happened still. Like I feel like I remember being in the house and being scared and like trying to figure out what was about to happen.
We might have just been getting back to work November of 2020. Matter of fact, I think we came back. We came back once in September because that's when I announced the Black Effect Podcast Network. And then I think we might have came back maybe October, November. I don't remember.
I'm telling you, I would forget the year too if I didn't have a baby that year. I was one of those. Yep.
Oh, you got a COVID baby?
I sure did. Yep. If she wasn't walking around 4 years old right now, I would have forgot the whole thing. But Trump went on to say that the nation needs religion because it's like the glue that holds it together. He also on the campaign trail, J.D. Vance, Tim Walz, they will be in Wisconsin. So we are down to the wire here, guys. Get out and vote if you can early, and exercise that right. So let's bring things home to New York because that's where y'all based out of. Governor Kathy Hochul, she is vowing to protect voting rights and monitor public safety during the 2024 general election. The governor says she has teamed up with New York State Attorney Letitia James and other agencies to respond to anything that may stop someone from voting and ensure election integrity. Let's hear more from New York Governor Kathy Hochul.
New Yorkers should be confident that no matter where you live or where you vote, you'll be able to cast that vote safely and without issue. A recent poll shows that 62% of Americans, 62%, worry about post-election violence, that it could be at least somewhat likely. Now that's extremely disturbing. And to promise you that New York stands ready to manage any election-related protests, demonstrations, or whatever in the hours and days following November 5th.
There will be post-election violence, especially if the vice president wins. There will definitely be pockets of post-election violence. There will definitely be a bunch of people around the country who will refuse to certify the results of the election. Like it's gonna be hell you know, if the vice president wins. It just is. Like, I don't know why we acting like it's not going to be. We know it's going to be. Come on.
How long do you think before the results come down? 4 years ago, it took a few days. So do you think it'll take a few days this time around?
It took a few days, but
it depends if it's close, or it depends on you know, if somebody wins by a significant amount. It depends. But there will be post election violence if the vice president wins, and they are going to try to steal the election. If they're going to try to steal the election regardless.
The world we live in is just so crazy.
Stop the steal. So let me wrap it up with this. A Pew survey reports a majority of Americans believe that we'll have a clear winner for president. 58% of Trump supporters say they're confident that it will be clear who won the presidential election after all votes are counted. That number is higher among Harris supporters at 85%. So we will see what happens. We've got less than a week away. It's really exciting. So again, yes, go out there and vote because democracy is on the line. That's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. Follow me on socials, y'all, at Morgan Media, MorgynMedia. And for more news coverage, follow at Black Information Network or download the free iHeartRadio app and visit us at BINnews.com.
Thank you, Morgan.
Thank y'all.
All right. Now, when we come back, 50 will be joining us. He's doing his residency in Vegas. We're going to talk to him about that and more. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Everybody, it's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Jess is still on maternity leave. Lauren LaRosa is filling in.
Hey.
And we got a special guest in the building.
The legend.
50 Cent, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm here, baby. I'm here bright and early.
Well, first and foremost, Jess said she wants that bottle signed.
Yeah, I'll make sure I'm going to sign it for her.
First and foremost, she said, make sure Fifth signs the bottle. What?
I told Fifth, just want to roll in something.
She did want that too. She asked for that too.
You know what? To slow her down this. She would have already been in power if she was, because I've been.
Why are you shooting New York?
Don't tell her that. She won't come back.
Don't tell her. You shooting New York? Why she can't do both?
Nah, just what happened was, like, we had talked about doing something. There was a role, actually, me and Mary had a project that was like the Brady Bunch. It's like a new urban version of it, and it had, I watched Jess with her son. And I saw that, and I was like, yo, she should play that. Like, we should put it in this thing. And then it was in development for a while. A lot of projects don't actually make it to television. Right? That one specifically, it fell apart. It had a husband and wife writer team that we just couldn't get it over the wall with the scripts. So that one, we just went back to the drawing board. But I had some things that I was looking at Jess for already. Because I was like, I watch people online, and I see, like, they're working and there's no real, like, they're trying to monetize the material that they're putting out, but it's not a big payday, like, as big as it could be when they're on the show.
Like network TV or streaming platforms.
So I'll look and see who's really working it. Because some of them stand out. It just works out the gate. Like, she was one of them. Like,
hey, look at this. I didn't even see this till just now. Good morning. Tell 50 Cent I love him, and I'm still waiting for him to put me in.
See? Nah, this is real. It's real.
She's serious. Last night, now we got a lot of people coming this week, right? One of them, Kamala Harris, is checking in. All these people on the list, the first thing she says, man, 50 gonna be there tomorrow? Yo, tell him I said what's up, and I wish I could have seen him. Have him record a video saying something to me or something. Man, I'm mad as a bitch. I'm not gonna be there.
So she need her job. She need her drop. She want this sign. You got some things to do.
I gotta do some stuff for her before I leave.
I think you get a lot of that because you so accessible still. Like,
yeah, I talked to her. Like, I saw her working, and I started DMing her and was talking to her about it already, like long before, because I was like, yo, nah, it would fit perfect here. Just trying to place it in a big part instead of like a cameo or something.
Yeah.
Was what held it up.
Well, you still got time.
Yeah.
You still got a lot of shows.
Well, one of the things I always wanted to ask you, man, why was Shreveport the destination spot for your studio?
It was because they already had the infrastructure. Like, they had already had the tax incentive, everything there to have a business be functional. Like, if you think about, like, New York, LA, the studios out here, they're paying 58% the taxes. So if you was on the 39%, you're already going out of business. If you don't scale back, you're already going out of business. So a lot of them that didn't make adjustments in California, I'm buying equipment from their companies after they filed bankruptcy.
For cheap prices.
Wow.
Hey, pennies on the dollar.
Now break down Shreveport, because a lot of people have never been to Shreveport.
Yeah.
How much did you spend that weekend? Because
about $5 million
out of your own money.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have no huge sponsorships and nothing like that. All out your pocket. You built a club. People don't understand what you did, and it's hard to describe it. Like, you built your own club. You built your own car show, fit gym. You brought your own restaurants. Like, you built a city in Shreveport for that weekend.
But just to show them what would happen. Because then you get 35,000 people to come to the town. The hotel taxes for where people staying in, not only on the Shreveport side, but the Bossier side, they raised it. the hotel prices when they see so many, the demand for it. The flights went from $239 to $1,200.
Coach.
Yes. You know what I mean? And you're going, man, why y'all just can't leave it $200? Leave it there because we need everybody to come.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it almost was, it builds excitement when you do it the first time and it's successful like that. They showed out like the people of Shreveport not having any altercations or not doing anything. I think it also attributes to the morale of law enforcement because when they're being paid, like I was paying them damn near $65 an hour, so I had to spend additional $600,000, but they were in a good space, so they're not looking to arrest you. They're looking to keep everything cool, and I think that temper when you for law enforcement when they come out there like that, everybody chills out because it's like they're not even tripping while we tripping, or you don't want to prove nothing when everything's going smooth.
So everybody got taken care of except for Hurricane Chris.
I was literally about to say all of that, and Hurricane Chris still has something to say. I know you posted the clip of him. Like,
they need to try and sell a record. That's a part of our coach also, right? And that publicity tried to build some sort of noise to drop a record, and it didn't work because it's just like when the whole event and everything is positive, and you come with "I'm gonna kill somebody" energy, and they go for what exactly? For building the economy in a city that needs it. When you got that many people there that understand it, the smarter people that's there look and go, this fool just want clicks on the thing, like on the machine, because you can't, there's nothing negative about it. You can't find a negative point in that specifically. I took away from hip hop and made it humor and harmony. Made it the comedic side of things, let's laugh, let's love music, bro. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being that energy, if we bring that and then something happens, they go, oh, it was this that did it. You know, and people assumed that we couldn't have a good time there, but we, you know, obviously we did.
Now, when you look at some of these younger artists and you see how they idolize you and idolize your music, and then you see them get caught up.
Yeah.
Do you have conversations with them? Like I remember Casanova, and you was trying to talk to Casanova, Troy Ave, and now Little Dirk. Do you have conversations with them and be like, I've seen this play before?
Yeah, and even with Dirk, I was telling him when I had him, he was in New York. We did Power thing.
That's first and last acting role at this point, right now.
But we did the acting role when we was doing the theme song for Force.
Got you.
For the Chicago version.
Yeah.
Then like I was like, yo, this is them. I did the real right. He was like, yeah. And I said, yo, just watch him. His crew, because he said that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I've always had that energy myself in the middle of everything that was going on. I'm not just watching.
We know, Fifth.
The other side. I'm always watching. I'm like, wait a minute. Where was you at Thursday at 3? If you got pulled over and you're not in jail, why are you not in jail?
Dan, did you ever have that though? I'm sure you did.
Nah,
right?
hell yeah. I've had guys look. I had a driver. He was supposed to go from Vegas to meet me in Miami, and he went in the airport with a hammer on him. So I'm like, the lawyer called me like 2 o'clock in the morning. He says, you got arrested, this and that. And I go, oh. I said, he said, it's all right to send a lawyer for him. I said, you ain't gonna need a lawyer, you're gonna need bond. The lawyer after that when you got priors. Right? And then he called back and he says, no, he said, this and that, he made the flight.
With a gun in the airport.
Wait a minute. Wow. So he already got prior felonies. He made the flight by the time we get there in the car. So I sat in the car, man. I'm like this. I ain't said a motherfucker all the way to the hotel. Look, we get there. I'm waiting on this to tell me how the you got on that plane. Then he go, yo, this. But he's so weirded out. Like it's so his energy. He didn't even know how to like what's up. Like as soon as he get into the car, he didn't know how to do it. You know, he got some funny business going on. You know, so you can't get picked up after you have priors and then they just let you go, even with permits. If you would not make the flight, there's no way he ended up on the flight. I mean, he already had a handler. For him to make the flight, he got to already have somebody he can call.
Yeah.
Been able to get him out.
Yeah.
When you said that to Dirk, what was his response to you?
He said, you know what? He said, somebody just came in my house. How do they know exactly what the address is? I don't give my address to nobody. Like this is not because something happened.
The robbery in Georgia.
Yeah.
When India had to shoot.
He went straight to talking about that.
Damn.
What did you see early enough that was like, nah, this ain't it?
I just never seen anyone successful in a gang. Ever. In the history of gangs, I haven't seen success. So I join a sorority. That's the gang that is like where people actually make it. You know what I mean? Like that. Join those kind of gangs. Like Alpha, do some that kind of gang, I'm with it. I join if they let me. Those gangs, because they go into success and they stay connected to each other and they feel that brotherly energy where they will do whatever for you because like that's my brother already. You know what I mean? Like, but I've never seen anyone have success in gangs, and I look and I go, it's so easy. You don't even have to be involved. All you got to do is be aware.
All right, we got more with 50 when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess, and we're still kicking it with 50. Now, you mentioned Meech. Have you spoke to Meech at all?
I had a text message conversation back and forth with him because he's in the halfway house.
So. What do you think his next move should be?
Well, he got a lot of things he can do, man. He might want to make a movie. He might want to do some different things where, because I understand how important real is to our culture, right? But when you develop in television, it's to find the best possible story you can find and then make up something. You got to make up things because your life would intersect with Charlamagne's life, so I immediately get the lawsuit when we get over there. This would, you understand what I'm saying? You got to change things around a little bit, and then that's the series. When we see high notes, we see low notes, and at points it's when they do something that's like when we have a TV moment. When it feels like completely real. And this is why it was important for me to get Lil Meech ready so he could go there, because when you watch it and it's good and then you go, that's his son, right? Like, and as a fun fact to the person that's watching with you, you feel like this, it's got to be true because the son is there and this is, and that's a rarity. You probably won't ever see that again.
You seem like the type of person too that don't like to stay in one place too long. So that's why I was shocked when I saw the residency announcement. Because I feel like you a hustler, like you like to be moving around, you like to be stationary.
Well, congratulations. You're only there a week, the 27th to December 27th, the 28th, the 30th, the 31st, January 3rd, and January 4th at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino.
You feel like in Vegas, it's certain songs you can't do that you would do anywhere else because like the Vegas crowd is so like mainstream and people just coming through and all these different people, like you got to reserve a certain list because you got some stuff for the streets too that everybody loves, but Vegas is Vegas.
Yeah, I think there's some stuff that I can do anything I want. I give myself an overall format for a show, and the theme is a dream. So the sequences don't necessarily have to all make sense, but they have to tie together to make an experience. That's the way I kind of built the show out before I got everybody else involved, my creative around it. But I want to take it up a notch. You'll see the set, everything is it's going to be crazy.
You coming back down upside down again, or are you done with that?
Oh, no, I'm not. Let the upside down over. I don't even know why I did that the first time. Like, look, I didn't realize we were going to have to rehearse for 7 days, right? Because I'm like, no, listen, look, 7 days. I'm like, what? Wait, I know the words. Yes. Okay. I know the words. It's not a new song. Why am I rehearsing? Why are we rehearsing 7 days straight? And it's really about getting everything onto the field and everything off the field fast enough and have everybody prepared to, let's go. And then getting them into that. But it's an experience, man. I think when he was talking about whether Kendrick should be, he's the guy right now. He should be doing it. But I don't know if they know Drake turned it down a bunch of times.
Did he really though?
How many times?
Like 3 times already. You got to pay for the Super Bowl. You got to pay for the production.
Yeah, everything. When was the last time he turned it down?
Why would he need it in the position he's in?
I saw Steve Stout say that, but then that defeats the whole Jay-Z's a hater narrative then.
Yeah. I mean, well, you got to get that. Give him that because that's his route. When you're in that position, you're going to have to feel like hate, bro. Listen, look. You want to be that guy? You want to be the director of who picks who? You get that hate, bro. Okay? This is something do not look.
They said, because Yayo said that Jay hated on you too. Like, he didn't want you as part of the. Is that true, though?
Yeah. But it's not a big deal. You know what it is?
What was the reasoning, though? Like, what would he tell Dre?
I think that's competing or being competitive, and the music is getting past music itself. With that, because I'm like, what are you trying to do? Like when you're not frequently making the music as frequently. When's the last Jay-Z album? Right, and when I'm not putting out music as often, but the business parts haven't changed. Our positions haven't changed in culture. So if you now saying, I want to give him this because what you mean? If you look at the order, the person that you would say didn't belong there, but you would probably like when Game was upset, right? He was upset because he was supposed to be there in his head, right? But who would you be upset is there in place of you? Who came after you that was there? He never mentioned that he had an issue with Kendrick,
yeah.
Right? And then later you see him in support of the Drake stuff.
But why would you and Jay still have issues after all these years?
I don't have issues. My thing is, look, I think in that point, yeah, he was hating because he was saying the NFL had an issue with me when I got 11 professional sports teams now that I'm the official champagne and cognac of. And where's the hate there? Like, I don't understand it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you said that there was an issue. There's an issue because he was doing the program. He didn't want me to be in the show. And wouldn't do it without me in the show. And then he made the adjustment.
They said you were mad that you didn't get invited to the white party, Mike Rubin's white party. That's why You and him was beefing.
Michael, no. White parties are Puffy originals. Those are Puffy originals. Just why is only white people? Why is only white good? Why is black bad? Like if I want a black party.
That's right.
Can I have a black party or all black party?
I think you could do it.
Let's dress in all black guys.
Where they gonna hug from?
And not touch each other's butt.
And your party, where the hugs come from? The side, not the front, not the back.
No, just hug me regular from the front so I can know where you're at.
Okay, got you.
All the other stuff has me like unsure of what's going on.
You know, speaking of that, they said you wrote 2 verses for Diddy. One was the Let's Get It, and the other one was on the I Get Money remix.
Yeah, remix. But
they said you wrote it and it's him confessing the crime. Did you see this?
No,
Did you see
man,
the meme? Look at the meme. Look
Call it DA.
Listen.
I run this city, send the cops, DA, the feds to come get me.
I ain't telling him to say that.
And then this one.
Bo knows, but Diddy did it. Cars, jewelry, and big homes, yeah, Diddy did it. Shootouts, coastal beef, shit, Diddy did it.
Jay, help me with that. Jay, help me with that. Jay, help me with that. Jay did that part right there when he said,
Cut it out, man.
Shootouts, coastal beef. I wasn't around, but I was like East Coast, West Coast. That was it. And then Keefe D comes out and says, you know, I'm not involved in this stuff.
You wrote those verses for real though?
Yeah, we collaborated, me and Jay on that.
We collaborated.
Because there was the name, that part, there's certain things that he wanted to say, and Jay knew he wanted to insert it into the record.
Yeah.
And then he would, like, yo, put this in it. His mind is formatted like that. Mm-hmm. Like, what I mean is he can, now, like, artists freestyling, and Jay remembers the idea in his head, so he can just say it without writing it down. And then he's like, yo, he wanted to do it like this. And because it came out already ready, I'm like, put it in there. That's what he said, put that on there. And then go ahead and say it. And then got it in front of him, and he just went in and did his part.
Did you really offer Tony Yayo millions of dollars to not do live TV interviews?
I didn't want him to do it. He always says some stuff I wouldn't say. Like, I don't know why he's doing it. It's not enough involved in it for him to have to say that.
You be calling him after, like, yo, why did you?
I don't know why you're talking about this. Like, what's wrong with you? But anyway, you know, and when you're not sexually assaulting nobody, there's statute of limitations around this. Protect me, Charlamagne. At all costs, protect me.
When you heard, I don't know if you heard, when you heard Fat Joe doing an interview the other day, and he said that, you know, Yayo is so loyal. When y'all were beefing, he was trying to take Yayo out. Do y'all laugh about that later on?
No, yeah. Because look, you know, that wouldn't have been a bad move. It would have confused me. I would have shown.
That wouldn't have been a bad move.
They got Ye. Let me figure out what I'm going to do now. I've been confused for a second. Nah, because he's been around forever, Charlamagne. Like, you know, even when you make a mistake, like, he'll do it. And I know his apology means he'll go, yo, my bad, I'm sorry. He knows how to apologize. Mm-hmm. But really what he means is, yo, chill out, let me do that again. His apology means, chill out, let me do that again. More, you know, he's been doing that forever. Like,
is Ye the one friend that it's like, I wish he wasn't my friend, but he's my best friend type of person?
Yes.
Because he does that all the time.
No, I always wish he wasn't my friend. Like, it was a lot easier. I wouldn't even have to go through my Jimmy Henchman period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, that really was, his feelings is in the right place, and what he caused things.
He escalated it.
He does cause things. Yeah. And then it's like, I'm not going to let you do that to him. Like, that, forget about it. If you think you're just going to do that, I'm not going to respond to it.
All right, we got more with 50 when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with 50. Now back to the residency in Vegas. G-Unit reunion. Will that happen with Banks?
Oh,
Yayo?
No, that's not gonna happen.
No?
I think I've exhausted myself with working for people.
Even Banks.
You can't see that I do better when I just focus on me and just work harder.
Yeah.
Like, when I spent in that period, look, an environment, we come out, it tells you you're strong as the crew that you have, right? So I spent a lot of time building them up, like pieces I sacrificed even for game to make G-Unit what it is and feel like something that's stronger than one person or one artist, right? And then when you do that, you look back and you go, wait, when they don't reciprocate the energy, you go, oh man, you gotta figure out how to do it on your own now. Like Jay was forcing Rockefeller to do that from the beginning.
Damn. You think there'll ever be another 50 Cent G-Unit like run out of New York City or anywhere for that matter?
I hope so. Like, I think it's Nicki right now. That's why I support Nicki.
But you had a whole crew though. That's what made it so different.
Yeah,
like, I mean, first of all, nobody had success like you had. But then having a whole crew that was successful as well.
You think she could assemble a crew?
She can build it. She can definitely do it.
You were supposed to sign her at one time.
I would have got it if Fendi wasn't around. I'm like that grimy ass.
What Fendi do?
Yo, I just forever. He's a character in our culture. Like he's always been around and in it. Like since he was there with Big.
Yeah. I remember that video rolling dice.
But it still went where it was supposed to go. Because when she got in the beginning, they was comparing her to Kim because of the picture, right? The Minaj picture, but. I think it was more like Foxy because she was in between two crews. She was with Gucci and them, and then signed to
Young Money.
Like The Firm, and Foxy's relationship with Jay.
Is there any other artist?
Everything happened the way it's supposed to happen, but that would have been ill.
Yeah,
Nicki Minaj with the original G Unit.
Yep.
She would have gobbled the rest of them up.
Oh,
there would have been no room for them.
For real?
I'd have been like this. Nah, Nicki's too big. You got to go. I have no time for you. Look, we don't need anyone from the South. Why? Why would we do that?
Right.
You know, it would have changed the whole thing. Like,
is she from Southside? So she from there?
That would have been too much to. Look, I would have been trying to facilitate things around her more than anything else. At that point, everybody else would have been Nicki's crew.
An afterthought.
You think she could have made Safari pop on the G Unit?
Pop at what?
Some of them failed. Some of the artists failed. That would have been one of the ones that didn't work.
He gonna pop that?
Idiot.
Pop, lock, and drop.
That's an idiot, man.
That wasn't a real
like that. Why you set that man up? He acting serious too.
I'm so confused with
it was a serious question.
Is there any other artist that you had a chance to sign, or you wish you could have signed and you didn't, and you seen huge success besides Nick?
Nick was the biggest one. That got passed. I seen a lot of artists knew that they was gonna go before. Even what's the name? Like with Top will tell you on TDE. I was telling him the Kendrick record, the Water record. That's it. That's the one right there. Just go with it. Because I listen to the record and I'll go, yo, this is it right now. Like what they would want to happen next.
When you hear Omari doing interviews, Omari Hardwick, do you feel like he's ungrateful for some of the moves and things that you did for him?
I think he leaves people feeling like he said it to me. You know what I'm saying? Like what the look, I'm also point out the fact that when you don't have money, that I'll give you the money. Like give him $50,000-$60,000 and say, yo, nah, just give back to me when you're ready. Like until you're comfortable and settled in. I don't believe in we can't win consecutive championships if the players are hungry. The team is hurting like that. If that's the case. So then you go on. They don't change financial thresholds of how people are being paid on these projects until you get to season 3. We get to season 3, it changed so he can handle it after that. Then he didn't need the loans anymore at that point. But I did remember I was talking about somebody else owed me money and he just jumped out there and said
but you said that was strategic because it kept his music going and he was able to pay you back. But the Omari Hardwick said this is not.
No, but Omari said, Fifth gave me money. I didn't even say Omari's name. I was talking about Rotimi.
Oh, he thought you was talking about him.
And he said that I gave him the money. See, Rotimi, I did a deal with him and I spent money on this project. Then he wanted to do something that was independent. Afrobeats wasn't as popular as it is now, and he was going in a different tone of the music. And I'm like, I don't know about that right now. Like the way I'm like, you know what? You could do what you want to do. Just have you could pay me back in the royalties off the mechanicals off of the music that you're releasing moving forward, and you won't even feel it because it doesn't cost your marketing moving forward. Everything that you do moving forward is not going to be a part of that. It's just later I'll get the money back. And he recouped it. He did it. He took care of it. Okay? But at that point, I said, yo, you got to give me my money back, boy. And the people go, oh, shit, yo, Fifth money. You know what I mean? And it stopped immediately. And it drew so much attention to it that the record stayed number one more days than it would have been number one on the charts.
Right.
And he knows that. So he'll go, yo, he's a marketing genius, bro, because he was calling me like, yo, what's up with you on Fifth? And I'm just going, you need to make some noise around the record to have people feel like there's something about who you are that is interesting about it. And then when he had they heard my side of it, they went to hear what he had to say. And then when he said things back, they was like, oh, okay, now I understand what was happening. Now he finally is talking about it to make them understand why it stayed, but it carried over. It was something else happening under it that was making them interesting, away from the song playing into a good position. But when he says this stuff on, I think he overvalues himself, to be honest with you. Because since then, it's been a long time since he hasn't been in power. Why are we not excited about the new project?
What new project?
It's new projects.
He got new. I didn't know.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I'm talking about. If there was noise going on, if he was that big of a draw, then we would see noise. We would see new things happening. We see you out where you actively in a place where people are looking for you.
So y'all not cool, it sounds like.
No, because you leave it like it's me not giving you the money. If you're saying it and you're going, Courtney and the 50, no. You saying that, they don't know who Courtney is. I introduced people to her. They don't know who she is. So you leaving it for a 50 didn't make sure I got paid. When Mary will tell you she got paid a lot of money on the show while she was there the whole time. I made sure it was right. And then now you see my new book, The Accomplice. I got Taraji. So Taraji will be the lead in that one for Nina.
Okay, that's already sold.
Yeah.
Or
I'm not wasting time
at all.
I was going to ask you, politics is coming up, election. Is it true Donald Trump tried to give you money to endorse him one time?
I got a call, but they wanted me to, Sunday.
Oh, they wanted you to come this week?
Yeah.
They wanted you to
because they wanted you to perform Mini Men. They wanted you to perform Mini Men at the RNC too, right?
Yeah, and they still offered me $3 million.
To perform?
At the RNC or this past Sunday?
This past Sunday.
At $3 million. And then they offered you money for the Republican National Convention too, right?
You turned it down?
How much is that?
Yeah, I didn't even go far back. I wasn't talking to them about that kind of stuff because I'm afraid of politics. I stay away from religion. I stay away from politics. Religion, that's the formula for the confusion that is sent Kanye to Japan. he said something about both of those things, and now he can only go to Japan.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to get in that, man. I'm like,
Well, Fifth, we got to let you go in Fifth because we got the vice president on the line, Kamala Harris.
Answer the phone. Let Fifth say hi.
You want to say hello?
Why are you going to put me into this stuff? I thought we was cool. What are you doing, man?
No, we could.
You want to speak or no?
No, I'm cool.
He said, no, cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's 50 Cent. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
What the hell was that?
Do it again.
Did you see that little sassiness he just did?
I was taking my little cape off, man.
He was like, yeah, Glow.
I was taking my cape off.
Drop on the blues bombs with 50 Cent, man.
50, man.
Never a dull moment with 50 Curtis 50 Cent Jackson in the building.
Yes.
Never a dull moment.
That's right.
I think it's just Queens in general because Envy, what was that?
I was taking my little... Anyway, let's get to Jess With The Mess with Laura LaRosa. Let's go.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies. Don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's the coach assistant.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
Okay, y'all. So yesterday, the Umbrellas, which is the Tory Lanez fan club, and Sean Holly's side of things. And Sean Holly is an attorney, a very well-established attorney. She's actually the attorney that the show Reasonable Doubt is loosely based off of her life and her career. There was a whole back and forth between the two camps that I got into because we were able to release some exclusive statements that we're going to talk about here right now. So Tory Lanez had filed a complaint, an ethical complaint, to the bar, basically saying that Sean Holly, who was his attorney during the time when he was first going through all of the court case stuff with Megan for the shooting of Meg Thee Stallion, he is alleging that she basically had a huge conflict of interest that she never told him about, and because of that, he should be home right now. He says that he paid her all this money, it's somewhere between $200,000 and $350,000 or $300,000, and he did his part. I paid you my money, but you didn't do your part. You didn't represent me well. So what he's saying is that there were a couple things. Number one, at the time, Meg Thee Stallion was managed by Roc Nation, and that Sean Holly was a principal producer and listed as legal counsel in the credits of the show Reasonable Doubt. And he's saying that Reasonable Doubt and Roc Nation have a connection because Reasonable Doubt, which is, the Jay-Z album, but also too the fact that a lot of the episodes in the show, which premiered in September of 2022, this was the same year, just a few months before his trial, used Jay-Z's songs names as the titles of the episodes. And they're saying in order to do that, you would have to have some conversations or some clearance in order to do so. Tory Lanez is also alleging that there's music from Meg Thee Stallion in season 2 of Reasonable Doubt, which again, you would have to have gotten cleared by someone. And he's also alleging that Sean Holly has a daughter or someone who was related to her that was at one point a backup singer to Beyonce, and that Sean Holly represented at some point Dez, who is a very well-known executive and person in charge over at Roc Nation, before she represented Tory. Now, these are all things that are alleged in his complaint that he sent over to the ethics board. Now, I reached out to Sean Holly when all of this broke, and Sean Holly said to me that she has never had business ties with Roc Nation, and that Roc Nation has nothing to do with the show Reasonable Doubt, which she does co-produce. She says that Tory Lanez made these same claims over a year ago to the state bar. The state bar rejected them and promptly closed the matter. Now, Tory Lanez's team, after this statement went out, came back. They gave me a call and they said that Tory has never filed anything with the bar since they've been a client of his, and this is the team Unite the People USA, who's been currently representing him. They say that Tory was retained in December of 2022 and working with the team prior to that retainer, and at no point in time was there anything filed with the bar. Now, Tory goes on to talk about the fact that because he's saying that Sean Holly had these connections with Roc Nation, she didn't do her job. So he says that there was, from the beginning, a conversation about what he wanted to do and was he guilty. And he told Sean Holly up front, according to what he's saying, that he was 100% not guilty and he never wanted to take a plea deal or do anything that was going to make him look guilty. But he's saying because of Sean Holly's relationship that she did not disclose with Roc Nation, allegedly, she did things like she did not allow he had like a DNA expert on the case. Mm-hmm. She instructed the DNA expert not to do like extensive testing on evidence because she had planned for him to take a plea deal, which he's saying made no sense because he told her he didn't want to do a plea deal. He also alleges that there were different times where he was found in contempt because he had violated the protective orders. Remember, he popped out at Rolling Loud with the baby? Uh-huh. And they violated him for that. He's saying that Sean Holly never really fought back on that there was video showing he didn't rush the stage, but he was on stage. And the protective order talked about the fact that he got within 100 yards of her because he got on stage, not the fact that he rushed the stage. But that's what he's claiming. And he's also saying that that there was just no push to retest any of the DNA evidence, which would have cleared him because remember, it came out inconclusive. They couldn't really decide was his evidence there, was his evidence not. So he's basically saying like, you didn't really do your job because this was a setup from the beginning. You working with Roc Nation, you didn't tell me, I paid you my money, so I should be let go. This should be vacated because of that. Now, I will say that there's also a claim that he put out over the weekend that people had confused. They thought that this meant that Tory had been found innocent of the crimes, and that is not what happened whatsoever. The judge has yet to even hear that appeal for innocence. It's not even really an appeal for innocence, which means he's saying, hey, I'm innocent. Can we talk about this again? What happened is, this is a lot of information. What happened is that Tory Lanez wants to relook at the evidence. He wants to go back in and look at the gun and like all of that stuff. And he wants to prove that he wants to exclude himself. Like right now, it's like his evidence isn't there, but we don't have enough to prove that his evidence is there either. Right. It's like in the middle. He wants to take himself completely out by doing some more testing. Tory's team is saying the gun and all the ammunition and stuff just went missing. Now, Alex Shapiro, who was Meg Thee Stallion's attorney, then is like, that's not true. The gun is with the police department. If you want to retest it, that's where you would go to get it. There's a big back and forth here. The court still has to hear this part of it. But Tory's basically, he's trying everything he can.
He's saying his lawyer didn't do the job.
Yeah, he want to come home still. Tory wants to come home still, and his team is vehemently like fighting to do so.
Tory's team might be on to something, okay? Not only did the show use Jay-Z's song titles for episodes, he left out some other key points.
What?
The name of the show was Reasonable Doubt,
yep.
And that was the name of Jay-Z's first album. And Jay-Z's first name is Sean. Sean Holly, come on now. You don't see it? And Sean Holly's favorite color is blue. And her favorite letter is B. So there's a lot there. Not to mention, when Sean Holly talks to elderly men, she calls them Sir. Y'all don't see it yet? Sir Davis.
Oh.
Jay-Z has a son named Sir. Come on, guys. Wake up. Wake up, guys.
Got you.
You don't see it?
Also, I think Sean Holly probably has Apple Music or something where she listens to music, and Jay-Z makes music.
And he like apples.
You see?
And he likes apples.
In all seriousness, though, this is what happens.
Next year, I'm gonna say she's been to Brooklyn before.
Everybody been to Brooklyn. She ain't walked for cheesecake though.
Well, that's a different.
That's a different Sean.
See,
it's all court cases. It's all they just grab it.
Should have just left it to me. You should have just left it to me.
Y'all, Tory's doing what he get. What his team is doing, what they think they got to do. Appeals like this are common when you sitting still for like over 6 years, right? We got like 6 to 10.
Right.
Yeah. So.
But also, I would say when you hire an attorney, in layman's terms, when you hire an attorney, the attorneys and their law office supposed to be do a vetting process to make sure there is no connection with whoever that you're suing or being sued, or anybody that's being filing any type of counts against you is associated with them at all. And the fact that they are associated, or it could be associated, or maybe associated.
We got to wait to hear from the board and see if this is dismissed or whatever, and all that. But I don't. Y'all see what I did? Y'all
Man,
didn't.
give Tori his studio equipment back, man. That man bored. He bored,
Y'all
man.
didn't see what I did with the cheesecake?
No, that's a different,
trash.
that's a different artist.
Different artists, but it's just like all music, and it's like, just grasping at straws.
That was Diddy. That had nothing to do with Sean, nothing to do with Rock Nation, nothing to do with Puff.
That was a bigger reach than somebody saying you look like Lauren London. Okay? No. All right.
Mr. Potato Head, if you don't sit over there and just be quiet,
that was Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
Okay, Charlamagne! Looking like a freaking
Who are you giving that donkey to?
After the hour, we need Ryan Gerdusky to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with him.
All right, and then Kamala Harris will be checking in, so don't go anywhere.
Remember the chicken sticks from Burke?
Your execution on the donkey of the day is something to behold. Is it a read?
He gave me donkey of the day, and I deserve it.
People need to know.
Well, you need to tell them.
I am.
You have the voice. Tell them.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
It's a read, but you're so good at it.
You're trying to be a fake ass Charlamagne. There's only one Charlamagne to go.
Damn, Charlamagne, who you giving donkey of the day to now?
Oh, well, Sexy Red. Donkey of the Day for Tuesday, October 29th goes to Ryan Gerdusky. Ryan is a conservative commentator who was on CNN News Night with host Abby Phillips last night. Now, before we get into what Ryan said, I want to give you some context. Remember back in September when a bunch of pagers and walkie-talkies blew up in the hands of the Hezbollah fighters? If you don't know who Hezbollah is, they are defined as a militant and political group, and the exploding pages and walkie-talkies were widely believed to be conducted by Israel. Okay. So, Ryan Gerdusky was on CNN last night. It was a panel that consisted of Ashley Allison, Mehdi Hassan. I didn't see who else was on there, but they were discussing the racist jokes made by comedian Tony Hinchcliffe from The Garden, and the debate started to get a little contentious between Ryan and Mehdi, and then this happened.
He talked about the enemy within, which is literally Hitler. I mean, these are my problem is, I get it. Nobody wants to be called Nazis. It's very inflammatory. But if you don't want to be called Nazis, stop doing it.
You're called an anti-Semite more than anyone else's table.
Yeah.
And people will sit there and, no, by me. I never called you an anti-Semite. Okay. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians. I'm used to it.
Yeah, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. The thing is that
you just say I should die.
You should not.
No,
did you just say I should be killed?
No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that.
Hold on.
That's disgusting.
That is completely.
No, I apologize.
Good job, CNN. Let's have first block say the Muslim guy should be blown up.
I apologize.
On TV.
Don't say then. I apologize.
Jesus.
Now, you know when I was on CNN last week, this is what I was expressing to Anderson Cooper. I have no problem, as you know, having conversations with people I don't agree with. I think conservatives should talk to liberals. Liberals should talk to conservatives. Independents should be talking with liberals and conservatives and vice versa. Okay, white should be talking to black. Gay should be talking to straight. We are all humans on this planet trying to figure it out. Let's have conversations. I have no problem with it, but it has to be a good faith conversation. Okay, it has to be good faith discussions. I'll get back to that because that's my second issue with CNN and just the cable news networks in general. The first issue is what they choose to center and how they choose to center it. I was watching CNN yesterday, and I'm not going to say the anchor's name, but they were talking about the MAGA rally at the Garden, and they were talking about it like it was just normal. You know, it's a weird thing they do on these networks. I'm telling you, we almost 10 years in of the Trump era, and they still don't know how to cover that demon. Okay, or the blatant white supremacy that comes from anyone associated with them. Okay, it's strange. So in between talking about the MAGA rally like it was virtually normal, the host was still asking one of the pundits on the panel if Vice President Kamala Harris should do Joe Rogan. It was very strange, but that's what a lot of these cable news networks do, and I see it a lot more on CNN. They have a problem making the main thing the main thing. They always center the wrong conversation, and by doing that, they have assisted in the normalization of Donald Trump's fascism. The other thing that happens on CNN a lot is what happened last night. They will have a conservative who's not there to have a good faith discussion, and whatever it is the panel is discussing, the conservative will just say something wild and derail the whole conversation, so then everybody forgets what they were even discussing to begin with. Let me hear it again, right?
Hey, I never called you an anti-Semite. Okay. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians. I'm used to it.
Yeah, I hope your beeper doesn't go off.
I had no idea what the debate was about because I wasn't watching Abby last night. I was watching Tyler Perry, Beauty in Black. Yes, that damn Tyler Perry done did it again. Drop on the clues bomb for Tyler Perry. Okay. But I wasn't watching CNN last night, so I didn't know what the actual debate was about. And I still didn't find out until this morning. Why? Because Ryan Gerdusky is just the latest conservative they put on a panel to not have a good faith conversation, but to simply derail whatever it is they actually should be talking about, okay? Here's the thing about cable news. They are all about ratings and revenue. Okay, there is still a few good hosts out there who actually care about using their platform to inform and forewarn the American people about the dangers of Donald Trump. But most people, because the network mandates it, is choosing to normalize fascism, okay, and cash in on the MAGA audience. I blame Fox News. Okay, blame Fox News, baby. They get the money, they get the numbers, okay, so everybody else got to follow the leader. MAGA makes money. So CNN has decided to sprinkle some MAGA on it, okay? They like Salt Bae. Whoever the leadership is at the top, they just sprinkling that old MAGA-based seasoning all over CNN. Now, according to Mediaite, Ryan has been banned permanently from CNN, and Abby Phillips had something to say, right?
I want to apologize to Mehdi Hassan for what was said at this table. It was completely unacceptable. When we get this discussion started, you'll see that Ryan is not at the table. There is a line that was crossed there, and it's not acceptable to me. It's not acceptable to us at this network. We want discussion. We want people who disagree with each other to talk to each other. But when you cross the line of a complete lack of civility, that is not going to happen here on this show. It's a heated time. We're in the middle of a political season. We are 8 days from a presidential election. But we can have conversations about what is happening in this country without resorting to the lowest of the lowest kind of discourse.
Well, Abby is doing what I told Anderson Cooper I want to see hosts on CNN do, and that's simply push back against the BS. Okay, call it out. You know, the American people need it because we live in an era that doesn't know what's right and doesn't know what's wrong. That's why right now nobody truly understands what is happening in this country because nobody is accurately describing the situation, and we have normalized what isn't normal. Please let Chelsea Handler give Ryan Gradusky the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. That is way too much Dan mayonnaise.
And I keep telling y'all, Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high. I don't even think Michelle feel like that no more. When they go low, you got to take it to the floor with them.
All right.
Do you not know? Oh, you know what? What am I doing? What am I doing? Chelsea Handler just gave him the biggest hee-haw, right?
Right.
Does Chris Rock have something to say?
Are you going to play that game?
Shut up. Does Chris Rock have something to say?
Cracker ass cracker.
Okay. Who else? Oh, that's my girl. That's my girl. So, what about my girl at the? What about my other people? Who else? Somebody else. Chris Rock.
He can't remember.
I can't remember because I wanted to say it myself, but I forgot I got people to say
your
it
grandma
for me.
start calling you your mom name and your brother name.
All I'm simply saying is learn how to pronounce cracker ass cracker, y'all.
You want them people to get on that cable network and say all that?
Yes.
You said the mayonnaise one. The mayonnaise one. You got that one already?
Please give this giant jar of mayo
I mean,
the biggest hee-haw.
That ain't gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? When somebody tells you. When somebody tells you that they want a beeper to blow up on you,
come armed with the crackers.
You got to have the crackers ready.
Cracker ass cracker.
That's all. That's all. That's it.
Okay. That's it.
And if you on cable TV, all you can say, "Hey, you know crackers is one of my favorite snacks, right? I eat crackers. You know that, right? No peanut butter, no cheese, raw crackers.
No water.
That's it.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
No juice. Just
now,
swallow.
There's ways to get it off on cable television.
When we come back, Vice President Kamala Harris is going to be checking in. We're going to talk to her next. So don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Good morning. It's Kamala.
Madam Vice President, how are you?
I am very well. How are you doing this morning?
Blessed, black, and highly favored.
Always for you. Hey, I hear an echo. Do you hear it?
No, we don't hear an echo. We'll lower you down a little bit so you don't hear your feedback. Can you hear it better now?
The feds might have the phone tap.
Well, and the Russians. Don't forget them.
That's right.
Good morning, everybody. We are The Breakfast Club, and we got a special guest on the line, the Vice President Kamala Harris. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's good to be with you again.
Now,
first of all, how are you? First of all, how's your energy?
You know, I am well. We are a week out, and I am I'm in the zone, right? We got to cover a lot of ground. There's still a lot of people to talk with, and so I am traveling all over the country, in particular the swing states, to talk with folks and organize them and remind folks of the power of their vote.
Well, you know, Madam Vice President, you know I support you. This is Charlamagne. You know I support you. The Breakfast Club supports you. In 2018, when you came up here, I told you I thought you would be president one day. We thought it would be in 2020. I was on the campaign trail with you in 2020, so I'm happy to see you in this position. And the reason I'm stressing that I'm voting for you on November 5th is because Trump has been running these ads with myself and Envy in them, these anti-trans ads, without our permission. How do we combat that?
Can we?
Well, yes. I mean, look, truth is always going to prevail over the misinformation and the lies, but it takes work, right? And so having this conversation right now so all your listeners know, but there is a lot of misinformation and disinformation because they don't actually want to talk about the truth because their truth is a failing truth. And so, yeah, we got to keep reminding folks of the reality, which is I am blessed and honored to have your support and the support of so many communities and individuals who are, their names are known, and some names, your listeners may not know, but they are leaders in their community.
Now, Ms. Vice President, if you were here, I would be holding up my Hampton University helmet, but we're not going to go there today. I wanted to ask.
Other HU, I know.
I'm sorry, both of y'all had experience.
She
those
said,
schools.
"I know."
I'm sorry, both of y'all had experience. Those
Poor
schools.
little Hampton.
Delaware State University, honestly, both y'all should have attended, but we get it. We understand.
I wanted to ask about those trans ads. In the ads, he's saying that, Kamala Harris wants to spend taxpayers' money for sex changes in jails. He spent millions and millions of dollars on, and like Charlamagne said, having him and myself in that. How do you answer that for people that don't know? And what is the real news when it comes to that?
Well, first of all, to your point, he has spent tens of millions of dollars trying to hit me with a bunch of disinformation and misinformation on this. And he's living in a glass house because the policies he's speaking about in terms of those surgeries were also his policies. And the reality of it is that those ads relate to two people versus the fact that he wants to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, which would impact 45 million people. He wants to get rid of our $35 a month cap on insulin, which would impact millions of people, including millions of our seniors, black and brown folks. Latinos are 70% more likely to be diagnosed with diabetes. Black Americans 60% more likely to be diagnosed with diabetes. He wants to take away health care through Medicare, and he wants to distract from the fact that he actually, not only does he have a plan on this versus no plan on anything else, but his plan is to get rid of health care coverage for the most needy.
Well, while he was at MSG and he had people up there insulting Puerto Ricans and black people and Jewish people, you was actually in Philly reaching out to the black and Latino community.
Yes, I was in Philly meeting with leaders, many leaders in many communities, but including leaders in the Puerto Rican community, to talk with them about my longstanding commitment to Puerto Rico, to the people who live on that island, who have often been overlooked. In fact, they know, and we talked about the fact that even when I was in the United States Senate, knowing Puerto Rico doesn't have its own United States senator, I was a leader in making sure that we would get relief to people on the island when it came to the aftermath of Hurricane Maria. And what I shared with everyone is part of my opportunity economy, as you know, which is about lifting up people around home ownership and small businesses, that I will have a specific opportunity economy task force for Puerto Rico that will focus on the needs that they have in terms of fixing that electrical grid in Puerto Rico, and also bringing private sector investment together with government investment and nonprofit investment onto the island to help with job creation and sustainability for the island.
VP Harris, this is Lauren. Nice to meet you. We talk a lot up here about the black men conversation, the fact that people, they keep trying to push this whole black men are not supporting Kamala Harris.
That's a lie.
And my question to you is the fact that, even if it's a lie, people are still saying it. What is your strong push to any black man right now that feels like you're not speaking directly to them and about the things that they should care about for their families and for themselves?
Well, Lauren, I have to tell you back to what Charlamagne is shouting in the background. The brothers aren't saying that. I mean, I was just at the barbershop in Philly talking with very incredible and distinguished men who are leaders in their community in small business and education. And these men, these black men, were talking about not only their support for me, but most importantly, their support for my perspective on what we can do that lifts up the community and taps into the ambitions and the aspirations. For example, the work that I will do that includes not only increasing access to capital for small businesses and minority-owned small businesses, but part of my agenda includes a $20 forgivable loan for startup small businesses who are invariably going to be the folks that you and I are now talking about, who just need that startup help to be able to buy the equipment or to start up a meaningful website, because it can't just be starting up a business and having your cousin set up your website, right? It's got to be something where it can actually help you access markets and customers. These are the kinds of things we talked about. And I will tell you, at the rallies that I am doing where there are thousands of people, I just did a rally the other night, 30,000 people were there. And the number of people cover the whole span of race, gender, and age. But the black men in particular who are at the rallies have recently been saying to me, don't you listen to that, and they got to stop with all that noise. We support you. So I'm glad you raised the topic so we could actually deal with the reality of it versus what some of the media is trying to create as a narrative.
Well, a poll came out that said, it was an ABC News poll, and it said that you're winning black men 85% and outperforming Biden by 14 points with black men from 2020.
I have said from the very beginning, black men are no different than any other voter. You have to earn their vote. And part of the challenge, I think, with the perspective in this narrative has been to suggest anybody's got black men in their pocket. No, you have to earn the vote, which is why I've been out talking with folks about not only my history of work that has had a positive impact, but also the work that has yet to be done, again, around lifting up the economic situation, helping young fathers with what they want to do to parent their children with an extension of the child tax credit to $6,000 for the first year of their child's life. What I intend to do that is about tapping into the desire for home ownership and a $25,000 down payment assistance for first-time home buyers.
Let's talk
and
about
that's
that.
why those numbers are 85%, Charlamagne, because folks know I have a genuine commitment based on hard work that I have already done to lift up the community versus, to your point, Donald Trump at Madison Square Garden with all those tropes versus Donald Trump, who took out a full-page ad in the New York Times for the Central Park Five suggesting that these young black and brown, and they were not young men, they were children, should be executed. Donald Trump, who in New York as a landlord refused to rent to black families. Donald Trump, who called the first black president, called him out and suggested he was not born in the United States, and then most recently refers to black legal immigrants in Ohio as though they're eating their pets.
That's right.
All right, we have more with Vice President Kamala Harris. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. We're still kicking in with Vice President Kamala Harris. I was going to ask, we see the support you have with small businesses. We see the support you have with HBCUs. We even see the home buying voucher that is there to help especially our community, get into our homes. What is your message to these undecided voters that are right now, we're a week away, that still don't know which way they want to go, and everything that you're trying to do that's positive? They say, well, the home buying voucher is just going to make people charge more money for houses, and HBCUs is for this and for that. What do you say to those undecided voters right now that we're a week away?
First of all, please go. I'm going to throw out my website, DJM, because people have to be able to see it and read it for themselves and take their time with it. Mm-hmm. For those who are interested and want to be more informed, and if I haven't had a chance to meet with them and talk with them directly, I invite you in your busy lives, if you can take some time to look at my website, KamalaHarris.com, and look at my policies. For example, $25,000 down payment assistance for first-time home buyers. Let me tell you why that's not going to have an unintended effect, because that increases the demand for home ownership, which is going to have an impact also on supply. Part of my plan is, I've been in public service my entire career, but I know the limitations of government. So part of my plan for affordable housing is to work with home builders and developers to give them tax credits to create incentives for them to build more homes. But I'm going to tell you another part of my perspective on this. I also know that in particular for high rent, a lot of it has to do with corporations that are buying up all this housing and then eliminating competition and jacking up rents. Mm-hmm. And part of my plan is to also go after them. Similarly, on the price of groceries, you and I both know it's still too high. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go after price gouging, which is those bad corporations that are jacking up the price of everyday necessities for folks, especially those who are, for example, in the zone of Hurricane Helene and other places that have experienced extreme emergencies, and those bad corporations, and most of them are not, but those that will take advantage of the desperation of people in need. So these are the examples, and I will tell you, look, I'm about to give a speech at the Ellipse in front of the White House, and part of what I will be talking about is that there is going to be a new president on January 20th of next year, and it's either going to be Donald Trump or it's going to be me. And I would ask people to imagine the Oval Office. People have seen it on TV. You know what it looks like. It's either going to be Donald Trump sitting behind that desk, writing out his enemies list of who he's going to seek revenge and retribution on, or it's going to be me working on behalf of the American people, as I always have done, working on my to-do list to see through these policies that are about home ownership, lifting up our small businesses, lifting up families with children, and lifting up the discourse in a way that it is not about trashing people all the time.
That's right.
Which is why, even back to the point of Puerto Rico, Bad Bunny has endorsed me. He knows, and Jennifer Lopez, and they love Puerto Rico, and they are proud in terms of that heritage, and they know how demeaning and destructive Donald Trump can be on things like that. I'm proud to have the support of the kinds of people, not like those at Donald Trump's rally yesterday at Madison Square Garden. The people supporting me, Bad Bunny, Fat Joe, Quavo, Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, and I could go on down the list. So I'd invite people to just look at who is supporting who as one measure of who cares about who.
Right. How do you feel, Madam Vice President, about these major publications like the LA Times, the Washington Post refusing to endorse somebody for president?
Charlamagne, it's disappointing, no doubt. But the other piece of it is, it gets back to my point about who is Donald Trump, because he is the one, right, who is up for election with me. And I think that some of your listeners, they know, and others may not, which is that, look, it's billionaires in Donald Trump's club. That's who's in his club. That's who he hangs out with. That's who he cares about. That's why when he was last president, he put in place a massive tax cut for billionaires and the biggest corporations, and that is exactly what he will do again. His policies are not about middle-class folks. He's not sitting around thinking about what he can do to take care of your grandmother and your grandfather. He's thinking about people like himself and all of his grievances and all that makes him angry about how he has personally been treated, as opposed to worrying about how you have been treated and what his responsibility is to lift you up.
Well, Madam Vice President, we appreciate you so much for checking in. I know you got calls to make and things to do today.
I do have one last quick question, though. How often do you say to yourself, man, Donald Trump? Just in your mind.
Just play a little Dixie. One good time.
A little YG. If it's on the playlist, it's cool.
Let me tell you, actually, my focus, and honestly, more is on, I love the American people, and that people are taking time out of their so busy lives with all their demands to take the time to vote, to stand in line, especially in those places where their state leaders have tried to make it more difficult for them to vote. That's really where I spend my time, and the contrast point is really about that they deserve better. They deserve better. They deserve a president who actually cares.
Absolutely.
That's right. Thank you, Madam Vice
President.
Checking in.
Appreciate you.
We're a week away. Everybody go out there and vote.
Be back with you. Okay. Talk to y'all soon. Thank you.
Now.
Bye.
The Vice President, Kamala Harris, The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. We are The Breakfast Club. Hopefully you're enjoying your Tuesday. Let's get to Jess With The Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's the coach of shit.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back.
And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
Okay, so Andre 3000 dropped a surprise verse, but it's not a verse, but it's a verse. So,
what you mean?
Okay, so there's a song that he just released. The song is called "Something Is Happening," and I may fully, and I'm sorry, and I may not fully understand, but I'm happy to stand for the understanding. Now, this song, it's almost 30 minutes long. At like 22 minutes, you kind of hear this like hidden verse that people are trying to like dissect, but it's very hard to understand what's happening. Let's take a listen to it.
What you say?
You know,
I think it's in reverse.
You know, I listened to New Blue Sun, hoping for stuff like that. Like when I first heard New Blue Sun, I mean, I like the music, but I listened to every record hoping he would give us a sneaky verse.
Mhm.
You know,
You wasn't thinking about that verse, like
no. But if you've ever been to an Andre 3000 show, like if you've ever been to one of his New Blue Sun shows, he does stuff like that, and then he'll turn to the audience and be like, "I ain't say nothing just now." I'm not even joking.
Oh, so it's because I was about to say, could we like reverse it to see if he's actually saying something? But you probably.
I'm not saying that that's that verse, but if you've ever been to a New Blue Sun show, he has these moments where he does things like that, where he'll be speaking like this language, and everybody will be mesmerized, and you'll see people even trying to talk back to him in that language, and then he'd be like, "I ain't saying nothing just now. I was just messing with y'all."
I feel like if I was like high or something, I probably would have been trying to talk back or decode that even more. Could we reverse that?
No, not right
No.
here. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I mean, people were excited because when you hear Andre 3000 verse, because y'all know he said he wasn't rapping no more, people got excited, and then they were like, "Wait, what is he saying to us? What is happening right now?"
Okay.
It's there. Yep. All right.
Killer Mike sitting on a 10-minute Andre 3000 verse.
Yeah, yesterday when I heard it was a long verse release, that's what I thought it was.
Killer Mike definitely sitting on a. Killer Mike and Andre 3000 got a song that's about 16 minutes long.
You heard that one, right? Did you say you heard that?
Oh, did I?
That ain't never
Lord.
gonna see the light of day.
I have no idea.
We gonna just be decoding through like weed and Molly and all that for the rest of our.
If God wants
existence.
that record to come out, it'll come out because God is definitely on that record. God was definitely in the booth when Mike and Dre did that one. Lord have mercy.
Can we get like a little bit of like a?
He ain't gonna give it to you.
Like something like God is on that versus Andre 3000 and Killer Mike. Like duh, okay.
If God wanted you to hear it, you would have heard it. He wanted me to hear it, or she wanted me to hear it. Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. All right. Well, you guys remember when Marlon Wayans was up here speaking of decoding, and we were having a conversation with him, and he was saying that something Wayans was about to come. He couldn't tell us exactly what it was, but like something was coming. It was gonna be announcing it soon. And I had told homegirl, his publicist in here, like I'm gonna be on you until we can be a part of figuring what that out is. Well, today, I was made aware that today after noon, there will be some news dropping, telling the world exactly what that is. And so we'll be back here with details tomorrow morning on the show, discussing that. And hopefully I can have, some details of sort for us as well, too. But that will be coming. But I thought we did a really good job of decoding this.
Trying to figure it out.
Yeah, take a listen. For people that don't remember when he was here, take a listen.
We're about to have an announcement we're going to announce next week. I can't talk about it here, but a big announcement coming. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Y'all rebooting?
Like I said, it's a big announcement coming. You digging. Look, and she want the juice.
You can't say that and then be like, I'm not going to
what
say
would we
it.
want from the Wayans right now? Wayans Brothers tour? Wayans Brothers tour would be kind of crazy.
That would be tour if everybody's on tour.
Damon
You
Wayans
just drink
Jr.,
that water kind of hard to be close. So this is what I do when I call to confirm
Stop.
stories. Okay, you can't confirm or deny, but am I in the right area if we say that there may be an assembly of the Wayans brothers that includes traveling and jokes?
I will just say that there may be an assembly of the Wayans brothers, and I'm going to leave it at that.
All right, y'all, raise your hands if you think it is a comedy tour.
I think it's a comedy tour.
Raise your hand if you think it's I was going to say a documentary or a movie.
Probably.
I don't think a movie.
Probably a documentary.
I think a doc.
I think a doc. I think a Wayans Brothers doc, because I don't feel like the Wayans Brothers get their just due. But the only reason they don't get their just due is because sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you have to package things, in a nice documentary style format, so people really understand what the game you've laid down over the years.
And there's so many generations of the Wayans too.
Right.
So some people might not remember some of the older things that they did, and they just remember the newer things.
I just also feel like too, for a comedy tour for them in 2024, I don't know if the world will be ready for that. They a little bit off the cuff, which is great, but like it's just I don't know.
It's a comedy tour.
Yeah, but you know how people get.
We don't care about them.
So a lot of the Wayans stay out the way because of the way that the world is set up right now.
But not on that stage though.
On that stage,
they're gonna go. Damon on that stage, Marlon on that stage. That's right. They're gonna bring it.
Yeah, but that's how I think the comedy tour right now. Not that I think that they scared, but I just don't know how the world would take it.
They're not scared. They got Dave Chappelle energy. They just don't give a F.
It would be so great. I would go to multiple tour stops. Okay, so again, make sure y'all right back here with us tomorrow. I will have those details. And when y'all see that news, remember the Breakfast Club told you that it was coming. Whoa.
Pause.
Yeah, we moving on.
You got time for
You
one
don't
more.
need to pause now.
Diddy.
You've been flagrant for 3-4 minutes. You was like, they was coming. You jumped on the publicist to make sure that they come. I was like, damn, Lauren.
First of all, I didn't say I
Yes,
jumped on the
you
publicist to make sure
did.
that they came. That's what you heard.
I'm out of it.
You watching too much? What you was watching earlier with the guy with the butt? He keep replaying. There's one video in here, y'all. This guy's butt.
Listen,
Yeah.
Tyler Perry, Beauty and
you
Black.
have been playing
How
that
you
all morning
explain that
long.
when your wife go through your?
Listen.
If your wife happen to ever look in that phone and see that, how you explain that?
We got the same sense of humor. But listen, that show should be called Booty and Black.
Now you got to explain for people that don't know. You got to explain it.
It's the number one show on Netflix. People are watching that show.
It's the number one show on Netflix and the number one most played video in that phone.
Man, Tyler Perry, Beauty and Black is hilarious.
So what happens in the
and
video?
Tyler has done it again.
Booty,
So
busting
what happens in the
everywhere.
video?
Come on,
I don't want to give it
show us.
away.
gotta explain
No,
it.
I don't want to
Sources
give it away.
close to the booty. Come on, sources close to the booty.
I don't want to give it away. Okay.
Charlamagne was so excited about
Just
it.
know I'm waiting to see if he comes back for that ass. Just
Literally.
know that's what I'm waiting on. That was the cliffhanger.
Literally.
Did he come back
You
for
can't
the
wait to
ass?
see if he come back.
Did he come back for the ass? I got to see. Tyler Perry, y'all can say what y'all want about Tyler.
That's a crazy cliffhanger.
Tyler Perry knows he got some type of secret sauce that he puts in his shows that keeps you hooked. Okay? I don't
For
care
you,
what
it's
y'all
the
say.
sugar. For
Could
you,
you imagine if he called you and say, yo, Charlamagne, I got a part for you? Would you do that part?
No. No.
You don't even know what it is.
Not the part that's the part I'm talking about. No, there's no reason for me to be doing that.
That could be a good role for
The
you.
No.
part that you showed us where it's just the booty.
No.
The guy's booty. They ended the episode on that.
I got a father, okay? My father is very much alive and well, okay, and I don't need to hear that. Okay? No. Some things I'm not doing.
That could be starting your acting career.
I've already started that, but I don't want an acting career.
Real life depicts the art sometimes.
But Beauty and Black is great. Y'all should watch it. I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it. I can't,
The booty in black.
It's hilarious. Watch it.
The booty black butt. All right. Well, that is.
Actually, that butt was beige while you playing.
What? You look that close?
I'm gonna tell Donnell put your face on it. Boom. I'm sending it to him right now.
No, he just.
I'm gonna hit
said-
him first. I'm gonna hit Donnell first.
What you gonna say?
I'm gonna say put NB face
Envy,
on this.
you got the
Pause.
video too. Y'all was sending those videos back and forth to each other.
No, he
What
sent
is
it to me.
happening in here?
No, I didn't send him that video.
Charlamagne sent you that video.
No, he didn't send it. He just showed it to me.
Lil Duval actually sent it to me.
I
But I was watching the show though. The show was good.
All right. Well, that is Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa. All right. Now, when we come back, we got the People's Choice Mix. Come on, Donnell. I'm calling Donnell. I want to get in touch with Donnell before Charlamagne does.
For what?
You already hit him?
Done.
Damn, I texted him too. All right. Well,
Envy, why y'all up here acting like y'all don't be bootying and Beijing and all that all day long?
What is that?
Yeah,
That's
I
what
don't
y'all
know
be
what that
doing.
is
Yeah, now y'all don't. Okay,
We should
whatever.
have been with the commercial.
Wrap it up. We gotta
the
go.
Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got to salute 50 Cent for joining us today.
Never a dull moment when 50 Cent is in the building, man. One of the most entertaining people ever to exist in our culture.
Absolutely.
Ever. And not just entertaining, I mean, just one of the greatest businessmen that ever exist in our culture.
Yep.
I mean, when you think about the way 50 has reinvented himself from music from mixtapes, which is music, but I just think about how he revolutionized the mixtape game.
Mm-hmm.
Then he revolutionized the music game.
Yep.
And then now he's doing that in TV and film.
TV, film, yeah.
Gotta love it.
And don't forget, if you get a chance, make sure.
What's wrong with you, Lauren?
Nothing.
The hell you over there grinning for?
Nothing. I'm just sitting here listening to you talk.
Christ.
She think 50 her boo.
I don't know.
Oh, really?
Oh my God! I was honestly just enjoying what you were saying, and I was just sitting here. I can't just be happy.
Well, he's going to be in Vegas for his residency, and you should go out to his residency and
Aren't you
support him.
going?
I am going.
Yes, I'm going too. I'm going with
I
you.
wonder why
I'm
you
going
were
with
so
you again.
silent yesterday. That's how you get when you got a real crush?
First of all, I wasn't silent. I was talking.
You was very silent. You was like, you wasn't even when behind the scenes. You was not even talking to him like that.
I don't know what you're talking
That's
about.
what it was?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. That's why you got your hair done?
First of all,
Wow.
No, I just thought about
That's
it.
why you wore. That's why you wore the little schoolgirl skirt yesterday.
no,
Wow.
y'all no. I got my hair done just because I had to get my hair done from Norfolk. Norfolk took that bob out. It was over.
Oh,
So you
okay.
over the baby already?
What? Why you keep putting me with all these people?
You was flirting with the baby, not me.
Whoa.
I was doing nothing but having a conversation in an interview.
Until he took off his shirt, and then you started.
You did
He
melt.
took off
You
his
did.
shirt, and I just happened to look over, and
Nah,
it was
you
like,
melted.
bam, no
You
shirt.
melted.
Like, okay.
You melted. You did. You was ready to crash out.
Y'all be crashing me out in the seat, and that's not what's happening. I'm driving, and I'm not crashing.
Look at him. You just giggling. Okay. Well, don't forget, 50 gonna be out in Vegas for his residency. Make sure y'all check him out.
That's
and
right.
also salute to Vice President Kamala Harris, who checked in earlier this morning as well.
Yeah, she gave us a quick call, you know what I mean? Just to talk about her speech tonight that she's giving and, her last week on the campaign trail. So y'all make sure y'all go out there and vote next Tuesday, man.
I was a little quiet in that interview too. See,
well, she was only 15 minutes.
I was just waiting
15,
to,
16 minutes.
listening. And
it was a quick call,
taking it in.
No, I get it. Listen, I understand. You get a little, 50's your boo. You get a little, ooh, don't know what to say to the person.
Well, and we on the radio, like in several markets of things.
Yeah, we are. Well, you know what? The vice president
is
kind of egged her when she said Delaware State. It was kind of like crickets.
No, don't do that to Delaware State.
Because we said Hampton, and she was like, she threw a shot at me, and then when you said Delaware State, it was just.
I can't help the fact that y'all had to go to these schools that y'all just keep talking about, and y'all didn't experience the best school on planet, the best HBCU on the planet, Delaware State University. So if you want to get quiet when I talk about that, you go ahead. That's you dealing with your trauma, so I'm gonna let you. You got something to say? Exactly.
Damn.
You got a positive note?
When we come back, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. It's time to get up out of here. Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do, man. The positive note today comes from the great Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou once said, I have great respect for the past. If you don't know where you've come from, you don't know where you're going. I have respect for the past, but I'm a person of the moment. I'm here, and I do my best to be completely centered at the place I'm at. Then I go forward to the next place. Peace, y'all.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?